coverage. We've got Texas Republican Congressman August Pfluger, retired naval intelligence officer Captain Todd Sawhill, and Trey Yingst with the latest from Israel. First, let's start with Congressman August Pfluger. Congressman, thanks for being with us here today. Let's start together. You served at this base in Qatar. You know a little bit about what's stationed there, what assets the American military maintains in Qatar. Tell us what you know about that location.
Well, Will, thanks for having me. And yeah, this is the hub of our command and control throughout the region, throughout CENTCOM's area of responsibility. There's a lot of airplanes that are there. There's the command and control that goes out for the war planning. So you've got thousands of American airmen, soldiers, sailors, and Marines that are stationed there. Obviously, we want them to be safe. Thank goodness President Trump is the commander-in-chief. Thank goodness Pete Hegseth is our Secretary of Defense, because we know that they're doing everything possible to keep them safe. But as you've been mentioning, it seems like this was kind of a pro forma attack, a response for domestic purposes, but that does not make it any less serious that we have to continue to be on high alert. But, you know, if there were a missile strike that were to hit some of our assets there, it could seriously hamper the command and control. But I have complete confidence in our personnel there that they're going to continue to not only intercept those missiles as it's been reported, but to also deter and make sure that Iran knows that any escalation is unacceptable.
That base sits on a fault line of regional tensions, and it has for quite some time. So I imagine those in charge are well prepared for a situation like what they saw today. But what does it tell you when you saw these missiles intercepted midday today? And then you hear the news that this was actually telegraphed. It was actually warned by the Iranians to the United States that this was going to happen.
Yeah, again, tells you a lot that the Iranian regime is very weak right now, that the strikes against the nuclear facilities that President Trump made the heroic call to do have been effective. Again, a pro forma, probably for domestic reasons. But secondly, this is where it comes to American air power, to technology, to surface threats that we're facing that are being shot, these ballistic missiles, medium-range ballistic missiles, that we have the technology with American technology to intercept them, to defend these assets that are very valuable to us. We need to continue to make those investments. We need to continue to invest in air power. We need to continue to invest in weapon systems for the purpose of deterrence, so that any would-be enemy around the world knows that not only are we capable and credible, but now President Trump's level of deterrence has raised seriously. He's done the right thing. And the world is a safer place today, and it's going to be a safer place tomorrow because of the decisions that he's making.
Congressman, let's see if we can read these events together and see if the message that's being telegraphed is the one that will actually play out. If I'm to read these events as they unfolded earlier today together, it looks like Iran is looking for an exit ramp in these tensions, that there is not a desire to escalate along the ladder of war. If this was telegraphed, if they called Washington and let it known it was going to be done, if it was, as you mentioned, for domestic purposes, to sort of rattle the saber so that the population still thinks the regime is strong, and if President Trump does not want to retaliate, is this the beginning of the end toward peace between at least Iran and the United States?
Well, let's hope so. I mean, President Trump has been clear that regime change was not his objective, that the denuclearization of Iran was. So if it was telegraphed, which it appears that there's good evidence that it could have been, then yes, I think the assumption can be made that Iran probably does want an off-ramp. They're in an incredibly weakened state right now. President Trump has the leverage, he has the weapons, he has the credibility and the deterrence, and Iran knows that. And so does the rest of the world. And what President Trump has done that no other president in the last few decades has been able to do is rally the international community to isolate Iran as a pariah that they are. So I hope it's the beginning of the end of that pariah relationship, that we can liberate the Iranian people. As the president has said many times, this is not against them, it's against the regime that has oppressed them and could have had nuclear weapons in their hands, the largest state sponsor of terrorism. Can you imagine? This call was incredibly bold, but I hope it is the beginning of a new relationship with them. It remains to be seen, though.
All right. Congressman August Pfluger, thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you.
All right. Joining me now to continue the conversation is retired Naval Intelligence Officer Captain Todd Sawhill. Captain, thanks for being with us here.